really rough day today. I know some of you, and actually many of us, me included, this is not a good day for us, but it's part of the game, as I mentioned. And I wanted to do this quick video, guys, to share my personal experience around, how do you deal with when you are losing money into position you took, when the market direction is not totally going into your direction. You bought because you were expecting the share price to go up. Again, it's never easy to to lose money, especially if you're a new guy into the new game. So the first time I started really getting involved into the stock market, I started trading stocks. I was still very excited after reading those stories, reading those ads on Facebook with people making a ton of money day trading stocks every day, 5K here, 10K there. So I didn't really do a lot of research. Then I jumped in. The first day I earned, I think, $400. I was so excited. And then the second day I thought things will go the same direction. And then I lost 8K, $8,000 in a matter of 15 minutes. I jumped in a stock right at the market, buy that market, put it $20,000 into it on margin. And so it wasn't even my money. It was the margin of my broker. And the stock dipped, and I've waited, minutes after minutes for the stock price to rebound. It didn't, because as we were dipping into the day, into the trading session, the volume was fading, and then even though I was selling at market, no one was willing to buy my shares at the same price. So I was going crazy. I thought I will die that day, honestly, because the amount of pressure, and you have a family, you have a new baby, and then you invested 20K that you don't even have, that you borrowed from your broker, and you lost $8,000. So it was harsh. And reason why I'm mentioning that, guys, is to tell you I feel you guys. I've been in your place. I know people who invested their life savings into this stock. I know people who invested their whole 401ks, people who invested all the savings they have available in the checking, in the savings account, into this, because they really believe that we'll follow the same path at GameStop. Now, I'm not saying everything is dead. I'm not saying there is no possibility or chance for the short squeeze to happen. But at things fade away at the moment. I don't want to get into that. The purpose of my video is to really trying to walk you through, guys, how to deal with a loss, how to deal when you're sitting on a loss. So what I did is, I really learned from my mistakes. I really learned from, what I did wrong, what I could have done better, and I really tried to include that into my next strategy. I didn't give up because I lost 8,000 that day, and the following day, I think the 3 following days, the next bounce, it bounced. And if I just held a couple of days, I would have made 8,000, not lost 8,000. It was a biotech company with a research on a trial went successful. So I was just a beginner. I was just a newbie, first time trading. So going from there, I think what's happening with AMC stock now. AMC is not a dead company. AMC was put in a corner, but because of COVID, like a different multiple companies around the world. So I think it's just a matter of being patient. Sometimes you make quick money in the stock market. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you lose, but if you really believe, if you're in position where you believe that, this is still turn around in your favor, and you are in a capacity of, not needing the money that you put into this stock, hold. I'm holding my shares. I'm not selling. I'm a more from a short, medium, long-term guy, and I do believe that AMC is not going bankrupt or dead anytime soon, because, before COVID, I was going to the movie pretty much every weekend with my wife and my kids. So I'm seeing that to continue when we'll be able to, to go there, and I think I'm going to still continue to go to the movie, and AMC now, they can reinvent themselves, into doing something that we didn't imagine, which will, lead us to have the share price continue to grow and grow and grow, even though, the $20 mark or the $15 mark or the $40 mark will not happen overnight or as quick as we would have wanted it to happen. But the bottom line, guys, to me today is to really tell you guys, hey, it's not the end of the day, I mean, just consider it as part of the process, of learning. It's something that is new to you, and it's part of the game. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. And if you're in a capacity again where, you don't need the money, as Mark Cuban said, hold. But if you feel like, if you are in a position where you are centered in a corner, I mean, do what is best for your family, do what is best for your household. But again, the future for AMC is not dead. Let me just share with you guys this quick illustration. So this is an article from Fortune magazine that happened in May 2020. It was just a speculation, a rumor around Amazon buying out AMC theaters. So just think about it for a second, guys. What will it be like for Amazon to buy out AMC? First of all, it will be huge, I think. So I'm not definitely saying that it will happen. This is speculation. I'm just giving this as an illustration, an example of what can be into the future for AMC. So another thing also, guys, is today there was a meeting with Yellen, who is the Treasury Secretary of the USA, meeting with the regulators, meeting the SEC on the whole Reddit quits thing. So they were to meet in order to discuss, to really look into what happened with the whole, frenzy around GameStop and AMC, and to see if something is to be done. We all know that, what the hedge funds did, it's unfair, it's unethical, and it's, pretty much illegal at some point. So they're going to look into it. And I think if this goes further, this is something that, can potentially be a benefit in favor of the investors into those two stocks or all the meme stocks, because you will be able to, get maybe a compensation. But I wouldn't really hold my breath on that, because, I mean, it takes time sometimes for these trials to go on court and everything. So, and then finally, guys, worst case scenario, the short squeeze doesn't happen, which I'm not saying it will. No one can be 100% sure on what will happen, even though I'm still bullish for the company long term, medium term, and short term. I think for this year, the money that you lost on AMC, you can write it off, from your tax bill this year, and then it will just give you the opportunity to pay less tax because you lost some money by investing into the stock market. So it's not all bad, across the board. Just don't give up, guys. Just don't give up. There are many other stocks where you can still, make a lot of money, not in a matter of weeks or days, but in a matter of few months. For example, the oil sector is one of them. The travel sector is one of them. The entertainment sector is one of them. And then, the food, the recreation stuff. All those sectors are also one of the sectors which are set to boom, just because as more vaccines ramp up, more people, temperatures warm up, as, the number of people being hospitalized decreases, this thing is definitely getting behind us month after month. So maybe if you are in the capacity of, getting into other stocks for the long term or for the medium term or for the short term, not to have some quick bucks here and there, but to really make your money work for you while you sleep. So this is also an alternative that, maybe if you guys are willing, I will get into some of the next videos coming up after, maybe probably next week, and as we see AMC develop again. So guys, let me know how you're holding up, if you are losing some money here on AMC, and if you have a new plan or a game plan on buying or holding or even, selling to cut your loss. Let me know in the comment section, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.